The Old Man and the Kind Boy. In a small, quiet village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived an old man named Mr. Harris. He was known for his stern demeanor and solitary life. Every morning, he would sit on his creaky porch, gazing at the village square, but he rarely spoke to anyone. His tired eyes and weathered face hinted at a lifetime of stories, but no one dared to ask. One sunny afternoon, a cheerful boy named Ben noticed Mr. Harris struggling to carry a heavy sack of firewood. Ben, who loved helping others, ran up to him and said, "Let me help you, sir." The old man grumbled, "I can manage," but Ben gently insisted and picked up the sack. As they walked to Mr. Harris's cottage, the boy chatted away, telling stories about his adventures in the woods and his dream of becoming a writer. Mr. Harris, initially quiet, found himself smiling at the boy's enthusiasm. When they reached the cottage, Ben noticed the old man's lonely home, filled with faded photographs and dusty books. "Do you like stories?" Ben asked, pointing to the books. Mr. Harris nodded. "I used to write them long ago, but those days are behind me." Ben's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Will you teach me? I want to be a great storyteller." Reluctantly at first, Mr. Harris began sharing his knowledge. Each afternoon, Ben would visit, helping with chores and listening to tales of distant lands, bravery, and hope. Over time, the old man's gruff exterior softened, and the boy's vibrant energy brought life back to the cottage. One day, Ben presented Mr. Harris with a notebook filled with his own stories. "I wrote these because of you," he said proudly. The old man's hands trembled as he flipped through the pages. "These are wonderful," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "You've reminded me of something I'd forgotten, how stories can connect hearts." From that day on, Mr. Harris and Ben became inseparable, sharing their tales with the village children, who gathered eagerly to listen. The once lonely old man and the kind-hearted boy showed everyone that kindness, curiosity, and shared dreams could heal even the deepest wounds and create beautiful new beginnings.